Hey everyone, it is Susan here. Welcome to my channel. I am going to share with you my October garden, my container garden. I try to do this every month. Um, it is Thursday, October 6th. It's been raining for days since the end of September. So it's the first day that there's some sun out here and the ground's saturated. It's all good. Just want to show you back there. That's my yard. My grandmother, who used to live in this house that I bought, she used to have the whole backyard used to be garden, the whole thing, and it's big. It goes, well, back to the trees back there. It's very long. So yeah, so I'm not doing that. I don't know how she did it. She did everything from scratch, all of her baking, all of her cooking, the cows, the chickens, the whole thing. I mean, people do it today, right? Homesteading. But I couldn't do it. I don't know how she did it. But I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to share with you the containers that I have and how it's going. So since fall is definitely here in New Jersey, you're going to see I have a lot of leaves around, and that's just the way it is. I have big trees. So yeah, I get lots of leaves. But anyway, so this is a petite rose bush. I bought two of them at the same time, and I have got buds on here. Look at all the pretty, these are all going to be little roses, little pinkish red roses. There's a ton of little, look at them all. Look at all the buds. All the buds. There's another one over here. Here. So yeah, so it's flowering in October. Yes, it is. I have another one. I'll show that to you as we go down this, the line right here of all the containers. Now, this is my problem child right here. So these two are Tiny Tim tomato plants grown from seed, and everything was done the same to them. The soil, the fertilizer, the watering, everything the same. And this plant was even bigger than this. And then something happened to it. But I'm going to show it to you because I think it's coming back. I don't know what happened. I don't think it's like, I don't know what it is. I don't know. So like this one, and you can see my shadow. So I'll try not to get my shadow in here, but it's the first time I've seen sun in over a week and a half, 2 weeks. I don't know. It's been a long time. But you can see that I do have flowers that are almost ready to pop out there. So that's good. So this Tiny Tim, nice and healthy. This one looked even better than the one I just showed you. And then, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I noticed the leaves start, kind of curling up a little bit and everything. But yet, it really almost looked like it was only the leaves, that the actual stem and the branches were healthy. So I left it there because I'm like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. So you can see, I mean, those leaves are in bad shape, but you can also see like that stem right there, there's nothing wrong with it. Now down here, the stems are starting to turn yellow. But what I noticed today is this is all new growth. So this is very healthy leaves. And I have flowers on here. Where are they? If I can find them. And yep, so I don't know. I'm just going to leave it. I think it's coming back. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know. It's a mystery. But I'm really hoping to get some tomatoes from those. We won't have frost here until, I don't know, the second, third, fourth week in November, around there. So I have, I would say, over a month at least. So we'll see what happens. So these 4 containers right here are all herbs. I planted seeds, I don't know, a few weeks ago. And this is chives. The chives, they are just starting to germinate, and they do take longer. So you can see, you know, there's just little chives popping up there. This is dill. This is parsley. And this is cilantro. So those are growing. Now, mind you, they've been in rain for, I would say, at least 10 days. These things are saturated. That's all I know. It's nice to see some dry driveway, because honestly, behind me, where it's shady, the driveway's all wet. So yeah, so I won't have to water them for a while. Okay, so now look at my peas. Those are peas. Those are peas, different kinds of peas. Peas, peas, and there's peas around the corner right there. I'll show you. Before I show you the actual peas, I want to show you the lettuce. So lettuce is doing good. It's definitely doing good. So this lettuce is a different kind of lettuce than that and that. Lettuce that I had harvested and is finally growing back. And I have more lettuce on the other side. I'll show you. So my lettuces are growing, and they look pretty amazing. Aren't they beautiful? I mean, look at, they're big. They're, you know, I mean, I need to definitely harvest those soon. Okay, now for my peas. I'm so excited about this that I'm just gonna, like, I don't know. So the biggest one, I think, is under here. I don't even know if you can see it because it's shady. But like, so here's another one. They're getting bigger. The peas are definitely getting bigger, but there are pea pods and a lot more flowers on these plants. So, but unfortunately, in all that heavy rain, I did notice that a bunch of the flowers fell off. So there's going to be some peas I'm missing out on because of rain. But that's, of course, no problem. So anyway, yeah, so I've got peas there. I have peas over here, and they can be hard to see because to me they're like the same color as the flower, right? Or as the bush. But peas, you know, got more flowers over here and back there. So I'm gonna get, you know, a good amount of peas. Here's a little. So anyway, yeah, so the peas and the lettuce are doing really well. This is my carrots. Doing great. I haven't pulled one yet. The ones on this side have grown a little bit more than the ones on that side because I planted these first. And they are doing pretty amazing. I keep looking in there to see if I see any orange, but I don't. So I'm just like leaving them. And so this up here, this pea plant is really not looking good, but there are 2 pea pods on it, one there, one there. I have flowers, so I'll be getting more peas. So yep. So like I'm learning a lot from this, right? So now I know. So like next year when I do this, I think I would plant it same time of the year, which was I think at the end of July, with seeds. So all of these peas are from seeds. And I would do that again. I would put it in the same spot that I have these, because you can see they go up the trellis, and then I also have the slats for the deck. And then here for these two, because they're going to get tall, I put in really tall pieces of wood. And at some point I may have to guide them kind of back down, right? Because I'm guiding these up. So as they grow, like I'm tucking them in and out so that they have something to hold on to and they won't break. In fact, this is one plant, this is another plant, and now they're even connecting to each other. So super cool, super cool. So then this little pea plant has multiple peas. Right there, right there. Here's a baby one. And lots of flowers. I mean, it's not a lot. It's not like a tremendous amount, but when I plant next year, instead of putting basically 2 plants in each pot, I will put more than that. So that, like, so this plant is not great, but like if I had more, if I had planted more into this blue bucket, there would be more growing up here. So that's something that I learned for this year. Okay, so then this one right here, this is an assortment of stuff. I have some lettuce, I have carrots, I have, I don't know what else. Maybe that's it. Maybe lettuce and carrots. And then here I have another little pea plant right here. I don't see a pea on it, and I don't see flowers, but it's little yet. So, I mean, it only goes to right there. So that's small. So then here are my zinnia. When I bought this potted plant, it was full of flowers and gorgeous, and I've had to chop them all off. And so these that you see are growing from me cutting the plant. And then here's the gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous rose. So this is the other petite rose bush. And look at how pretty they are. They make me smile. And my mother's name, her middle name is Rose. And everybody calls her Rose or Rosie. So I like roses. So then over here, we have this bucket. I have a lot of lettuce going on down here. Look at that beautiful, beautiful lettuce back here. I mean, it's big. I can't get my hand in there. It's big. So I need to harvest that and let it grow back. And then there's a lettuce there, there. Yep, there. So now this pea plant is healthy and it's really tall. And yes, I broke it. Let me get this so the sun's not right in the camera. I did this yesterday. See that? You see how it does that right there? Yeah, no, that's not supposed to look like that. But it didn't die, so it's hanging in there, and there's a flower at the end, so we'll see what happens. But that's the only flower. There's one flower, so it's not super productive, but it is healthy. So then over here, I actually have potatoes in there that I recently put in there, maybe a week, 2 weeks ago. And yeah, they're just gonna stay in there until next year. So when it starts snowing, I'll put them under the deck so that it doesn't build up too much with snow. And then, so when I go over here, then this is the last, because my basil, I harvested the whole thing, and that plant is in my garage. And my pepper plants, which I had multiples, I harvested all of the peppers, I cut up the peppers, and I froze them, so I have them in my freezer. So there's a lot of containers that aren't here anymore because I've already harvested them for the year. And right here and over there is still my parsley, still growing strong. I mean, it's amazing to me. This parsley just does not give up. And so when the parsley leaves get this big, I cut it, and then I put those in the freezer as well. So I need to come out and cut a little bit off of both of these. Then, so my zinnia finally grew just a little bit, but I got one flower, and yeah, they're in bad shape. Yeah, I don't know. I need a class on growing flowers because I definitely struggle. But with that being said, a while ago, a long while ago, many weeks ago, I planted some dwarf sunflowers. And look at this. Now it's growing. Can you see that? I don't want to get too close because I think it gets blurry, but that is a sunflower. This one over here is a sunflower. And I have one sunflower all the way over there. So they're actually starting to grow, which I think is weird because now in the next, 4 to 6 weeks before our first frost, will they even do anything? I mean, they're dwarf. They grow, I don't know, 18 inches, 24 inches, so they don't grow tall. But the fact that I've had them in there for so long and now they're just growing. Now, mind you, I did fertilize this bed, and then everything started growing better. So now that I have the fertilizer for flowers, I'll use it. Like, I didn't have it, like, I don't remember my mother in all of her gardens, putting fertilizer in. I don't know. But anyways, I have it now, so next year my flowers should do better. But I did have, it looks like it was eaten. See that little green thing? That was a lettuce. This is a lettuce right here in the middle. And there's actually 2 little lettuces right here. So, I had room. My zinnia weren't growing, and I threw in some lettuce, and there you go. But the parsley, I'm telling you, it's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Now, next year, let me show you real quick. So over here on the side of my house, I'm going to be putting some raised beds. I can't decide if I want long, narrow ones or if I want like 4 feet by 4 feet. I want one here, and then I want one here. And then I also want to do a separate herb garden. So I have plans for next year. We'll see how that goes. But so if I go back over here, sorry, I have to turn, I'll go slow. So like I said, that was my potatoes. And these are all the containers I have left at this point. But everything is doing, I have to say, really well over here. So our temperature in New Jersey it has been in the 60s during the day and in the 40s at night. So it hasn't hit 30 yet, in the 30s, but it's gonna come soon. But anyways, so, and I leave all of this here. I don't touch it, I don't move it. So all of this is growing successfully in 40 to 65 degree weather. Now, with that being said, today it's going to be in the low 70s, which it hasn't been in a really long time. So yeah, so this stuff grows, everybody, in the colder weather. Your carrots, your lettuce, your peas, rose bushes, tomatoes, I'm telling you, herbs, it's growing. It's been out here in the cold, day and night and through a storm. So, yep, and they're still here and they're growing. So that is it for my October 2022 container garden tour. Now, I hope that you enjoyed it, and let me know, please, if you have any questions. And I hope that you enjoyed this. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of my garden. This is the first year I've ever done this. All right, thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.